Hey everybody, welcome to Back Issues. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Ben.
Happy Solo Day! That's right. Solo, a Star Wars story, is coming out.
That means you have to be alone.
Ready
in this
or
cast.
not.
So, no. Ready or not, here it
Here it
comes.
comes.
With all the fanfare that Disney could possibly afford. Meaning everyone is very excited. I had wanted to do Tag and Bink are dead because they appear in the Solo movie. But I figured, like, why go that
Obscure.
esoteric and obscure?
Right.
Like, so we're doing Vader Down, which has Han Solo in it.
Oh, well.
But it's about Vader.
Of course.
To be fair, Vader is a very more popular character.
Yes. I don't think we're telling tales out of school here.
No.
Yeah, but he's only, like, slightly more popular, I'd say. Like, I think Han Solo was, like, second
It's
after Vader.
it's a 4-person race, right? Like, it's Han, Luke,
Right.
Vader, and, like, Boba Fett.
I thought you were going to say Leia.
I thought you were going to say, like...
I know.
No.
I threw you a curveball.
Is Boba Fett really, like, amongst, like, Star Wars?
I'd be willing to bet there's more... Yeah, oh no, that's true. But I'd be willing to bet there's more Boba Fett merch than Leia merch.
Probably, yes.
There's also
But he
probably
is
more Boba Fett fanfiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Well, no
but
doubt.
he looks cool.
Yes.
So, like, it's kind of unfair.
His
from a
design
merchandise
looks
standpoint.
cool.
Yeah, but
you
she's
never
also-
see who he is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, merchandise, it doesn't matter. The design is all
She's
that
the only
matters.
female in Star Wars
Yeah.
outside of, like, a Twi'lek who gets eaten by a monster and an old woman named Mon Mothma.
But that Twi'lek is pretty hot.
Ula is attractive, I'll grant you that. Anyway, we're talking about Vader Down. This is a collaboration between the author of the Star Wars series from Marvel, Jason Aaron, and the author of the Darth Vader series, Kieran Gillen, into the first Marvel Star Wars crossover.
What?
Where they were crossing over Star Wars with a major character from Star Wars to make Vader Down.
Yeah.
Now look, there were two
Yeah,
books.
You can't call it a crossover.
I know.
sorry.
And there's also a huge crossover with R2-D2 and C-3PO. They're going to meet up with Han Solo.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, there are two books
Right.
that are running concurrently that are not dealing with the same plots.
Sure.
Right.
So,
And their plots are intersecting in this
yes,
book?
and they
this
go
is
hand
an
in hand.
event.
It is basically the first Star Wars event. Outside of Star Wars and every story being a significant event in Star Wars history.
Especially the Death Star.
Yeah, well, that's late. That's still a movie. I'm just talking about the Star Wars comics that Marvel got the license from Dark Horse to tell, in which they fill in the gaps between A New Hope and Empire after the new canon. So, like, Skywalker Strikes, the book we did on Back Issues, is technically part of canon, and in that book, Vader finds out that Skywalker is the one who blew up the Death Star. And so, you know, and even Boba Fett brings them the name and everything.
Yeah.
And so, after the destruction of the Death Star, Vader gets demoted by Palpatine.
Wait, what's his rank?
Yeah, I was going to say...
His
to
rank
what?
is high, and
His
now
rank,
it's
his rank
less.
is Darth. He's still Darth, but only honorary now.
Yeah, it's more like he's still the Dark Lord of the Sith, but since there aren't any, good for you. Enjoy your cape. And the Emperor is fast at work to create more
Stormtroopers?
apprentices.
Oh.
Because the prequels have established that you have to make lots of apprentices because you keep killing them every movie.
Yeah, but how many... Like,
I thought
Force
always
sensitive
two
people
there
are out
were.
Oh, well, that's the thing, you see. Because science has finally caught up with the Emperor's goals.
Uh-huh.
You see. And so...
Is he going to clone?
No.
Okay.
No clones.
Okay.
All right.
No clones. It's all cyborgs.
Because we don't have smoke stacks, we can't throw them into it.
No, it's true. And it is Marvel, so that would be the MO. But no, the idea being, of course, like, in the past, you know, the plan was always clones. But then remember when the Emperor fishes Vader's body out of the volcano?
Yeah.
You know, he's like, all right, well, we're not going to reclone him. We're just going to fit him
Fix
with robots.
Yeah.
Robots.
It's all about robots.
We're all robots.
It was
now.
also about robots before, though. The droid armies and so forth.
And the General Grievuses and whatnot.
Yeah.
The Emperor is working on cyborgs to hopefully replace Vader. And there's this nefarious scientist named Dr. Silo. And Dr. Silo is making cyborgs for the Emperor to hopefully replace Vader one day. And these cyborgs can, like, use all the crap that Force-sensitive individuals like Vader would normally use, like lightsabers, but without all the added bullshit of being a Jedi. So it's like General Grievous again. So
Yeah, it's just a dude who... But anybody can use a lightsaber.
well,
Yeah,
yes,
it's like
Han
swinging
Solo
a-
himself wields a lightsaber.
Yeah, swinging
Yeah.
a stick.
Yeah, but what if they had a robot body with 4 awesome robot arms?
So, like, they're supposed to be, like, as fast as a Jedi, I guess.
Yes.
But without actually having the Force.
Bingo. Because
Okay.
effectively the Emperor sees Vader as a robot that wields a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Basically.
He's really good at sword fighting.
Right, so I'll just make a sword-fighting robot to replace him,
Right.
and that one is a robot and not sensitive in the Force, so later when he inevitably tries to betray me, I'll just zap him with some Force lightning.
Right.
Also, he doesn't have that annoying breathing problem.
Yeah. Which I seem to have a lot of. At least 2 of my generals and or subservients have major asthmatic problems. So the Emperor's working on that, and Vader knows it, and he's like, ooh. Meanwhile, of course, Vader's trying to
can't
betray
do
the
anything.
Emperor too, but he can't do anything, and he's also in shithouse duty. So he decides that he's going... This is all backstory, by the way.
Yeah.
Vader decides that he's going to create his own elite squad to do shit for him that's behind the Emperor's back. He gets word about this character, and it's a breakout character from the Vader series, such that her end was supposed to be met at the end of the Vader series, and it wasn't. So they were like, oh, we're going to make movies and cartoon shows and action figures of this character, Dr. Aphra. And Dr. Aphra is the new breakout character from the Star Wars comics.
Okay.
Dr. Aphra is basically evil female Indiana Jones. She
Okay.
steals from museums and like mausoleums important ancient artifacts and then sells them to nefarious individuals.
So she's like female Belloc?
Yeah.
Yes, she's Belloc.
Except,
Thank you.
except she doesn't have like a good person she's stealing from. She's actually just also good at looting and pillaging.
Yeah. Unlike Belloc, who's a cheater,
Uh-huh.
she's also pretty good at it. And she had a doctorate in archaeology, so she at
Oh.
least did the work.
I always assumed
It was
Belloc
revoked.
did too, but I don't really know.
That's
Okay,
fair. Yeah, I don't know the
considering-
rich history of Belloc. Hopefully, in Indiana Jones prequel movie that's coming out called Belloc Begins, they will tell us all about the formation of Belloc, who will of course be played by Michael Fassbender or something.
I find it very weird that there's still like degrees in archaeology in the Star Wars universe.
I agree,
Why wouldn't there
and
be?
that there's a body of people who can revoke said degree who do against Dr. Aphra, so it's only a name anymore. But anyway, so she rescues or liberates an ancient droideka.
Uh-huh.
And Vader finds out about it, and he's like, this chick knows her stuff. I want her on my elite squad.
So
So,
when we say ancient Droideka, you mean like...
the
like
30-year-old Droideka. Yeah.
Okay.
I liberated an ancient VCR from the dump the other day, and it works perfectly fine.
Wow, you're quite the archaeologist.
Where's my doctorate? So,
Where's your thesis on is my question.
that's
Yeah.
fair. My thesis is, it's on tape, so you can't see it. So Dr. Aphra, she gets basically courted by Vader to work for her. And
Does he bring her flowers?
No, it's more like he doesn't kill her, and she's like really impressed with him, and she's like, I love Vader, like he's cool, and I like his style.
Uh-huh. She's like a fan.
She's a fan.
I got posters on the wall. It's amazing.
Yeah. So the plan is when he enlists her to then get the rest of her squad, and the rest of her squad are 2 droids and a Wookiee. And the Wookiee is bounty hunter, an evil Wookiee. We got an evil Wookiee in that story. It's like inverse of Chewbacca.
Sure. I guess there would be evil Wookiees.
It was a disgraced Wookiee
Yeah.
that then went into bounty hunting. Whose
I
name?
assume he is a different color.
Yeah, he's like gray. Black Kern Santon, or Santy for short.
Yeah, we'll call her Santy.
Let's call her Santy.
It's better than calling her Black Santy.
Right, a little less offensive. But in Star Wars, I mean, what is? So Santy is an evil Wookiee bounty hunter, and they want to get this like. It sounds so silly when you're an old school Star Wars fan, and then you explain this crap. So okay, the rest of her team is an evil R2 and an evil C-3PO.
God damn it! Because there's only 2 styles of droids in the whole fucking
Here-
universe.
I
I'll
am
have you
a
know.
comic book artist, and I already have my Star Wars toys to
Right.
draw
It's
replicas
right
from.
there.
I'll have you
so
know
I'm just going to change the colors.
that BT, short for BT-1,
Uh-huh.
is not your typical astromech droid. He is a blastromech droid.
What?
And he is
What?
a R2 type unit that is made for destruction. And he has like missiles on him and stuff. And he can fly, and he's awesome.
Is he black?
Yes.
Of course he is.
Yes. This,
Is he shaped like R2, or does he have like a different head shape?
he's slightly different than
like the
R2.
R5 unit.
Yeah, he's more like an R5. But he also has a big, evil, red Hal from
Yep.
Space Odyssey eye.
Yep.
And, and all he does is destroy. And then they...
Oh, and there's our evil C-3PO, too.
Yes, that's 000.
Who also has red eyes.
He has, yeah.
Yeah.
He's 3PO with red eyes.
Yeah, and he's gunmetal gray.
Oh.
And 000 was an ancient, like, pre-Republic virus that they invented that would infect protocol droids to make them into murder bots. And so one of Dr. Aphra's first missions for Vader is to, like, steal this virus, and then they upload it into a protocol droid that looks and sounds just like C-3PO.
Ah.
And Vader is able to, like, facilitate it because he built C-3PO. And so they activate 000, and then Aphra and Vader imprint on the two of them, and so they won't kill them. And so 000 is like evil 3PO in every way, where he's like, oh, hello, but he gets off on killing and torture. And so he's like, oh, yes, I'm going to strip their skin off their bones. And just like, okay, that's what we're doing. So he gets really, like, hard for, like, killing people and stuff. Like, he's a tortured...
Is he also, like, nervous and... Like...
No.
Oh, okay.
He's very confident.
I see. So he's the opposite in every way.
Yes.
Except appearance.
Except exactly like what he looks like.
Right.
So he's a Manchurian bot.
Yeah, I guess.
What?
Because it's like a sleeper agent. Because he's overt. He's not overt.
No, he infects others to become
No,
Manchurian
No,
candidates.
he doesn't, right? He doesn't
No.
spread it.
No.
They just use
No, it's not like when he
to
meets
turn
other
him.
droids, he makes... No, he's...
Why do you need the virus? Why wouldn't you just program him to be like that? He's a robot.
Because fucking...
It's software.
They needed to do it.
Oh.
So they did.
Okay, I was confused. I thought he infected others with that thing.
No, he
No.
just is that.
He just is that.
Yeah.
All right.
They just used it to make him that.
Yes.
Then never mind. He is a Manchurian bot.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's the team for Dr. Aphra.
Right, that's Dr.
And-
Aphra's anti...
Star Wars team.
All right. Well,
Team.
does Dr. Aphra wear a vest like Han Solo does?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. It's literally the exact same species and models of robot, but on the other side
Yes.
as our
And-
heroes.
And
Yes.
also style of characters for the female lead and the Wookiee.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, there
Wait.
is no, like, dethroned prince who really gives Aphra a hard time. I guess that's Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because he's not the Emperor yet.
No.
Is there a... Well, so who would... I guess she would be Luke?
She's Han.
No, she's
Han.
Han.
Is there a Luke equivalent?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no, like, green guild
Young
girl who also hates people and wants to kill them. I don't know. There is not.
Okay.
But anyway, so...
Real close, though.
yes. So, Vader wants Luke. And so he's looking for him.
Uh-huh.
And he's using Aphra to get that information because he knows that the Emperor has put someone else on the guy who killed the Death Star detail.
Right.
Because he knows he can't trust Vader to do it.
I can't believe there's only one detail for that.
I know. Well, there's
It's a big detail.
It's a big detail. And that is in the care of one of the stupidest Star Wars characters I've ever seen in my life. That would be Commander Carbon. Commander Carbon fought in the Clone Wars. And he almost died. And Dr. Silo put him into a droid body. And also made him look kind of like General Grievous.
Okay.
And he is being conditioned by the Emperor to replace Vader.
Okay.
And Commander Carbon
Carbon.
hates Vader and wants his job and is totally on board for catching this Death Star destroying guy.
Okay.
And Vader knows he's got to get to Skywalker before Carbon does. So,
And was Carbon named that before he got put into the robot body?
yes,
Okay.
that's right. So Carbon is also hunting for Luke.
Okay.
Okay.
And Vader's just hoping to get to him sooner.
Right.
Luke is going on like a wild goose hunt looking for information about how to be a Jedi because he's really bad at it.
Yeah.
And earlier in Skywalker Strikes, he gets Obi-Wan's journal and he like learns about stuff. So he finds out about like this ancient Jedi whatever the fuck on this new planet we've never seen before called Vrogas Voss. And it's also a secret rebel refueling station.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just a barren wasteland of a planet.
Okay. Whoa.
Which are apparently in abundant supply in the Star Wars universe.
Interesting.
But it's just a wasteland, but it has like on it a secret Jedi temple or whatever.
Not like a lush temple, right? Like a desert.
No, it's just it's wrecked.
Okay.
And
It's not,
so
it's not an oasis in this giant desert where someone's like, let's land there.
Yeah, no, it's not. But the rebels are on there, but not all of them. Just some rebels. They're actually doing like most of the squadrons. The squadrons are doing their practice runs. Over there, and so Luke is on Vrogus Voss, whereas Han, Leia, 3PO, R2, and Chewie are in space with the fleet.
Okay.
And
this is all before this book.
It's all in the beginning of this book.
Oh, in the beginning. Okay, so we're into this book now.
We are finally in the book.
The book has started.
So Vader has gotten a tip via Dr. Aphra, secretly from Commander Carbon, that Luke is on Vrogus Voss.
Okay.
So Dr. Aphra tells Vader, this is where you need to go. So Vader takes his special advanced TIE fighter.
Yeah.
And he goes to Vrogus Voss to intercept Luke Skywalker or capture him.
He doesn't bring his team?
No. Because he knows that the Emperor is watching. He needs to be able to operate in shadow. So it's just him. And Aphra had gotten word that it was totally like empty.
Okay.
So when Vader goes there, he bumps into all of the X squadrons.
Okay.
And they see this tie and they're like, well, shoot it.
Right.
So they start to...
In a short-range vessel?
No.
His
Vader
is equipped with a hyperdrive because it's a special
Vader modded his
prototype.
Oh, okay.
And he's really good with machines. That I buy.
Yeah.
But,
he didn't build it.
No.
He, commissioned it or whatever.
That's true. But he also knew it was possible.
Yes.
Vader he's like, okay, they don't know it's me. And they were not expecting me.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to have to do battle with an entire rebel fleet.
Right.
Aphra, if you betrayed me, I'm coming back, and you are so fucked.
Yeah.
And she's like, I had no idea that there was going to be anything there. I promise you, my source did not say that was happening.
It's not. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, he's too far away. And in fact, like the rebels are scrambling his communications. So like he just says, you better wait for. And she's like, that's not good. Oh, he actually said something like, you better hope I don't make it back. So and she's like, oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
And so the squad just engages Vader.
Sure.
And he just starts wrecking them. Like, he's amazing. He's an amazing pilot.
Yeah.
He's outmaneuvering them. He's shooting at them. Some
he doesn't
Y-wings.
have pods on the front of his ship. So
no, that's true. But he's... So people are firing torpedoes at him. He uses the Force, redirects them at other ships. They're like, okay, what the hell is happening?
Right.
And Luke's Red 5.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's Vader. And they're like, I can't see anything. He's like, no, I can feel it. It's Vader.
Yeah.
And so he's like, and they're like, well, there's like 100 of us.
Right.
We're fine, Luke. Stay in formation. Let's just take him out. And Luke's like, he'll slaughter you all. So he breaks formation. And he just goes on a collision course for Vader.
Oh, wow.
He's like, fuck this dude. And Vader is like, finally, someone worth killing. And so he starts going towards him, and right at the last second, he realizes, oh shit, it's Skywalker. And so they just smash into each other, but instead of exploding, they just disable each of their ships.
Okay.
And so they both go crashing onto the surface of Vrogus Voss.
Okay.
And that's when Rogue Squadron reports Vader down. That's the name of the story. But they're like, Vader's down. They call the rest of the Rebel Alliance, and they're like, Vader is stranded with no support on this barren planet. Send everyone.
Right.
Do you happen to have like maybe a planet-destroying device
that could ensure that he would be dead?
Well, unfortunately, we blew up the only one that exists,
or that we know of.
If
only some Bothans could slip us some information. The refueling station, of course, has a battalion of rebels there. They deploy them to the site where Vader crashed.
Oh yeah, battalion's gonna do it.
It's pretty badass. So meanwhile,
is it more than 100 of them?
It's quite a few.
Because
I'll leave it to you.
All those ships
to count
weren't enough.
Well, yeah, but it was also you only had 3 dimensions to move in, and you had limitless power at your disposal, at your fingertips. Now you have your chunky human bodies and your guns that have ammunition on it.
Right.
So the fleet gets word. Leia's like, "Fuck Vader! He blew up my planet in front of me."
Right.
And Han is like, didn't you hear? Luke is there. Like, we have to go and save Luke. And she's like, Luke knows the risks.
He knew what he was getting into.
It's more important to stop Vader now.
Right.
And Han's like, okay, so you're on a tear. Fine. I'm going to rescue Luke. If you want to come, you can get in the fastest ship in the fleet. So then
Wait, they're both going to the same place, though.
Yeah, but Leia's going as a general who's trying to destroy Vader. Han's going as a rescue mission to save his friend. Because he knows that, like, Vader's not gonna die.
Okay, if they hit each other, wouldn't they land in roughly the same area?
Well, no, they fell from space.
Yes.
So they could end up like miles apart.
Yeah, and they did.
If they took slightly different trajectories at the initial point of collision.
Precisely. And they
I also call bullshit that they didn't just blow the fuck up.
Well, they don't.
Well, yeah, we've established
They
in
have
Star
shields
Wars
and
that like
stuff.
no, that the ships blow up at the drop of a hat.
That's very true.
Oh, I spilled my coffee!
We never see them smash into
That's
each other
true, that's
physically.
true. We haven't
It's
seen
lasers that make them explode with a hair trigger. So Aphra's like, okay, I gotta win back Vader's favor, or he's gonna think I sent him to his death.
Sure.
To get out of this contract. So let's go. So then she takes the Archangel, the name of her ship,
Okay.
spelled A-R-K, like the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh.
Wink. And she goes to Vroga's Voss as well. So Y-Wing start their attack run. They're dropping bombs on Vader. Vader's just throwing chunks of mountain at them to just wreck them. And then he is finally left cornered in this valley at gunpoint by everybody. And they say, like, you know, Darth Vader, lay down your weapons.
We have the high ground.
Yeah, we have the high ground. And he's like, no, not again! And he just raises the ground.
There! Now I have the high ground, you bastard!
And throws it at them. Would
He
he
threw the whole
bother
Senate?
the whole planet? So, anyway, they say, you're surrounded. And he says, all I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men. And you're like, cool. So he pulls all the pins on their grenades and just blows them right the fuck up.
Yeah.
And you know, and then just starts like mowing them down. They're shooting like they deploy a tank. He deflects the tank's laser blast with his lightsaber.
Okay.
And
So apparently he's invincible.
yes, well,
Much like
Except to a
he's
Jedi.
immune to harm until Return of the Jedi when
Right.
he dies. So, like, anything you do is immediately undercut by the knowledge that
yeah.
he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Now, you could have it be really cool and he, like, almost dies, but you know in the back of your mind and your heart of hearts that there's no way these people are getting away from it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, immediately the conceit of this whole thing is like, well, but, like, he's not gonna die.
Right.
Like, the
But
rebel...
they could disable him or capture him or do
That'd
something.
be kind of fun. Vader
Yeah.
under captive, and then they interrogate him, and he's like,
because-
no, and...
It's like, well, then why doesn't Vader just fucking tell everyone where he is, draw them to him, and then just kill them and
destroy
destroy the Alliance that way? Like,
Basically, yeah. If he's a Super Saiyan, why doesn't he just freaking go
Yeah.
out and just wreck everything? Why does he just land on the heart of the... Why does he use AT-ATs on Hoth?
Yeah.
Why does he just walk by himself
Yeah.
down the line?
Why doesn't he just get fired from one of the ships in space and then just start chopping
Right?
away?
He has a respirator. He's just, I'll get into the torpedo bay. Fire when you're ready. Boom. And he just ignites the saber, just holds it out like Superman, and then just blasts through entire frigates.
Yeah, and just like throws it around and cuts through starfighters
Yeah,
with his
there's
lightsaber
no
and
there's no
stuff.
gravity. He could just whip it around.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just shoot it out the airlock and just use the lightsaber? Why, and for that matter, why doesn't he just reverse engineer a giant lightsaber that's on the front of the Death Star and then just plow the Death Star through planets? Why not anything then?
Yeah, yeah. He's way OP. Is kind of what
So
we're saying here.
Leia orders a death strike on Vader. She's like,
death strike?
like drop everything,
Wow.
like just bomb that
Just, like,
area.
nuke it,
Yeah,
basically,
And Han's
yeah.
like, Luke must have fallen near him.
Right.
And she's like, he knew the risks. I don't care.
Right.
Like, listen, we all like Luke, but we can all admit he's kind of not awesome.
Look, when you find out he's your brother, you're gonna be real pissed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you'll never know if you kill Vader and Luke at the same time.
Look, Luke's kind of annoying. There, I said it.
I'm sorry.
He's like a little kid.
I'm seeing Chewie nodding behind you.
See, Chewie gets it.
So, Aphra is getting inventory on who she's going to be dealing with. And she gets, like, the dossier on, like, Luke, Leia, Han, 3PO. And she's like... And she's like, Leia Organa, the Princess of Alderaan, blah, blah. And she's like, and Han Solo? I feel like I've heard that name before, but it doesn't sound like it's ringing a bell. Like, he's not that great. His reputation does not normally precede him.
Dude, but he got those medals.
From the Rebels! It'd be like if we gave out awards.
Yeah, but he already completed the Kessel Run, right?
That's all she would know, but she doesn't have the information about the Falcon.
Right.
Does she have the same gun? Or is that 000?
No, that's her gun, and it does look a lot like his. But then when you look closely, like, even Luke has a blaster that looks a lot like Han's. Like, it's just they all use the same sources. But, yeah. So, she's like, okay, I need to catch Luke and bring him onto the ship and leave. And that'll win Vader over on me.
Sure.
So, she's like, I gotta go get Luke. What am I gonna do? So she gets all this information about, like, Han Solo, blah, blah. And then she finds out that they have a golden protocol droid that looks exactly like 000. So she paints him gold.
She's gonna replace...
No.
No, just
3PO.
infiltrate.
No.
Okay.
Luke survived his crash. He makes his way to, like, this Jedi temple area.
Oh, Luke also survived his crash.
Yeah.
He didn't die either.
Well, because
No.
he's a Jedi.
Because he doesn't die until much later.
What? Oh, yeah. I was like, in this book? What?
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's a Force ghost the whole time. That's why he disappears at the end of The Last Jedi.
He was already a ghost.
He was already dead.
It's impressive.
Makes as much sense as that movie. So while they're in like this ruin, they hear 3PO, and 3PO's like, "Oh, excuse me," and R2 is freaking out, and Luke's like, "Dude, R2, it's cool, it's 3PO," and then 000 tases Luke and knocks him unconscious. You flesh-loving scum have made your bed. Now you're going to die in it. Like, these are the kinds of creepy things that 000 says.
Okay.
So
You stupid meat sacks.
yes, yeah, he's basically Bender. That's why he's gray.
Right.
So R2 stands vigilant against the unconscious body of Luke, which I love. It's like a loyal dog. So he faces off against BT, and so R2 breaks out his anti-Yoda weapon, or his anti-Ewok weapon.
Right.
It's a little arc welder, and he's like, bzz, like ready to go. And then BT-1 breaks out his arsenal of weaponry, which includes like Sidewinder missiles and a chain gun.
What?
Which there would be no room for inside.
Yeah, where does that come from?
It comes from the artist's imagination and not from any physical
come
space.
on.
It comes from the anime school of drawing robots.
So R2 just spins around and runs away as he's
Right.
being fired upon by
By
like
all these
missiles.
Sure.
So
Wow. Being fired upon by missiles and Gatling guns
Yeah.
from maybe 20 feet, and R2 still makes it.
of course, he always does.
Why does he fly away?
R2?
Yeah.
No, because you never see him use his jetpack in all of the original trilogy, so too will you not see them in this book. Which I appreciate because BT-1 does have a jetpack, and we do see him use it.
But we know R2 has them.
Right, it's in canon. It can never not be in
Right.
canon.
Maybe they're broken. They haven't been maintained in a while.
Right.
Jets.
Or he ran out of fuel.
There you go.
Sure.
So Aphra and 000 have Luke Skywalker's body, and they go down like this gorge, and Han calls out to Aphra from a high point with his sniper rifle, like, "Hello! I wish he had a rocket launcher, and it was just the Belloxine Raiders, but it's not." But he has a sniper rifle trained on her, and he's like, "Hey, let's do this. Like, give me the boy." She's like, "You can't shoot me from there. Like, I've got this boy. My droid will kill him. Like, you've got nothing, man."
What are you talking about? I'm aiming at the droid's head right now.
Right, that would be great. I wish, but like, no. He's like, well, you got me there. I guess we're kind of at a standstill right now. And then 000 reminds Aphra that Han Solo is normally accompanied by a Wookiee who sneaks up behind 000 and rips arms out of his socket.
Yay!
Does he then beat him with them?
Yes. So
Sweet.
Aphra and Han like fire at each other and inevitably take each other out in a positively Return of the Jedi Ian fashion. So Luke finally wakes up and he sees R2 as being given chase by BT-1, and then R2 just kicks BT over and he just falls down a cliff.
Oh.
So BT's out of the picture for a second, but then BT's anti-gravity
Right.
jetpacks like fly up, and then he just starts like firing at them, so they run into a cave. Meanwhile, Chewie is beating the shit out of 000 with his own arm,
Yeah. That's awesome.
which is great.
Where's Luke's lightsaber?
It's on his belt.
Why doesn't he bust it out
Good
and
question.
destroy fucking BT with it?
I know. Well, because he can't block lasers yet. It's still like A New Hope to Empire, Luke.
Yeah, but he could just cut him in half.
Well, he's
like,
flying away. He's
before.
like 100 feet away.
Oh,
He
he's
learned a
not
little bit
in
about blocking the
lightsaber
lasers
range.
in A New Hope.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd rely on it
I wouldn't.
against a
So
strong opponent.
000 stabs Chewie with a tranquilizer dart that has like a horrible poison in it or something. And it slows down Chewie.
Okay.
It doesn't kill him, nor does it poison him. They don't have to worry about that later. It's
Right.
just he's sluggish, so it
Yeah.
slows down Chewie. Aphra and Solo are shooting at each other, and each of them notices independent of each other that they are both standing underneath like a space hornet's nest. So they shoot the hornet's nests, and they both land on each other, and then they are besieged by hornets, and then running away from the hornets, they both bump into each other and knock each other unconscious.
Oh, but they don't like run into each other with the horns on them and be like, start making out.
No. No, they don't like realize that they're not too similar.
They're both standing under the same thing?
The same type of thing. They each have their own wasp nest. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, it's perfectly logical.
It's Star Wars humor.
That's no.
You know what that is? Lazy.
What? That's the laziest thing I've ever heard. That's like prequels level.
I mean,
lazy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know, a lot of people like those movies.
Shoot a rock and have it fall on one's head, and then shoot a hornet's nest for the other person.
Yeah, do something.
Make them different.
Even if you're gonna do the same thing,
No,
at least
we gotta
make
parallel
it like
that they're the same
different.
person, kinda. Haha.
No, I fucking get it.
Trust me, I saw her and I got it.
Anyway, so
You didn't say though that it's not even hornets. It's like snakes.
it's like a flying horrible, like I thought it was hornets, but I
What?
guess you're
Flying
right.
sex snakes? No.
It's more like
Are they
horrible
biting
snakes.
them, or is it really harmless?
It's rather harmless.
Are you kidding me?
It's
They
not
get,
like they get
all your
infected with
orifices
some-
and they're slippery and
Yeah.
terrible.
They
This is
all
just hentai.
immediately go for your butt.
Yeah.
So 000 is standing over a like semi-conscious Chewbacca, and he starts like talking about all the things he's gonna do to him before he dies. And then
Right.
Luke uses his lightsaber and chops off the other arm.
Okay.
And
Just
then
stabs him
arm,
in the
though.
chest.
Yeah, and then stabs him in the chest.
Yeah.
So Luke now is carrying Chewie and R2, and they find the unconscious bodies of Han and Aphra, and Luke wakes up Han. And
They
then
don't position them so that like when they wake up, like they're
they're
touching
like,
each other's
Did we make
butts or
out?
something.
Yeah, no, he does not do a hilarious Three's Company-esque thing.
Archie, take a picture of this. Send it to Leia.
So they wake up just long enough for 000, who must be made of fucking adamantium or whatever, to get back up along with BT-1 and then go like, okay, well, Aphra's unconscious, so she can't tell us not to viciously murder you, so BT, just fire. Just kill everybody. So then R2 sprays grease all over BT-1, and it disorients BT-1. He just starts firing everywhere.
Okay.
And it allows him... It allows the gang to escape while BT-1 basically caves in the area, collapsing it on 000 BT-1.
Okay.
So that now they're out of the picture. Meanwhile, Leia is part of the battalion that is sent to assassinate Vader.
Okay, we're getting back to the story now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vader down. So Vader shows up. He kills all the people except for Leia. And he's like, hi.
Hey,
Haven't seen
what
you
have
since
we
you were on the bridge of my ship. Or Death Star.
Yeah.
And then we'll get back to that.
Right.
Because,
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So 3PO gets a call from Luke, who's like, I've got Han, I've got Chewie, I've got 3PO, we gotta go.
And we have this chick.
Yes, where's 3PO? Or where's Leia? And 3PO's like, so 3PO calls Leia, and he's like, oh, like Mistress Leia, like there's, like everybody's okay. Luke's been rescued by Han and everybody. And Vader hears that, and he's like, oh, well, I'll just go get it.
Him.
Aphra regains consciousness. They buried her in a shallow grave, and then she like digs herself out.
Why
and
did
then,
they take her?
Good question.
I guess because they had to get out of there.
They just had to leave.
Why
Yeah.
didn't they kill her?
Right?
Because
they're
they're
not
heroes.
murderers.
Yeah.
It-
They're
yeah.
not just
Yes,
like,
they are.
She's helpless and unconscious.
There.
Do you want to see that? You want to see Luke Skywalker like
assassinate
just an
people
unconscious person?
Yeah. No.
They do that with stormtroopers all the time.
No, they
shoot
don't.
stormtroopers
They
who are
shoot
fighting
stormtroopers.
back.
They don't like knock out storm. They didn't like when the Ewoks waylay the stormtroopers. Luke then didn't go systematically through the forest and just murder every stormtrooper just in case they weren't bludgeoned to death by rocks, by small teddy bears,
or crushed by giant trees.
Hey, listen. That's war.
That's a
okay?
battle, yeah.
Your ATST is going through my forest and shooting teddy bears with lasers. Trees are fair game.
Hey, guess what?
They didn't sneak into their base while they were asleep and cut their throats.
No, this woman was going to capture me.
Yes. Yes,
But she's
capture.
incapacitated.
Yes.
Yeah, and bring me where?
To Vader.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill her.
No.
No,
Well, you're
that's
wrong.
That's horrible.
You're a monster.
Oh, I'm the monster.
Yes. You don't belong in the Star Wars universe.
Well, you do, but
You'd
you're
be a
not gonna
bounty
be on the
hunter.
good side.
Yeah. Aphra rescues 000 and BT-1. She's like, well, that could have gone better. And then she gets a call that like more of her associates are coming to help out. She's like, oh, great. So you droids go follow Skywalker, and I'll deal with this.
Okay.
So Vader and Leia trade words where she's like, fuck you. Like, you killed everything. Like, you're going to pay.
Right.
And he's like, I'm not. And as he's explaining to her, like, how wrong she is, he, like, gets this feeling that someone's behind him, and he turns around, but there's nobody there. And Leia assumes that Vader's just batshit crazy, and then just runs away.
And then he just grabs her with the Force and holds her in place?
No.
Well,
he
there's
says,
all this fog.
no, he says, like, go, get away, Leia, and lead me to the boy.
Oh.
So then Leia bumps into 3PO, and so she basically calls down an airstrike on her location.
3PO, mimic my voice.
Yeah, and then wait right
5
here.
minutes.
He could. That'd be great. No, but instead, 3PO is like, she tells 3PO, like, run and tell Han, I'm sorry.
Oh.
And, like, you know, and go join them. Like, you don't have to die with me. Which, like, yeah, no, make 3PO do it. But, so she waits there for
Well, that
death.
wouldn't have fooled Vader, though. Like, he would have kept behind her the whole way.
Yes.
You know.
So
Well, maybe he would
I
have been
can
really
kill...
emotional at seeing his first droid. And like, oh, 3PO, it's you. I left you with my mom, Shmi.
So I can kill 3PO. A member of their own team. And
It's no soul, he's a robot.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, R2 too.
Yeah.
All of them.
Listen,
all the droids.
I love R2. He has no soul.
None of them do.
He's a droid. He's a slave.
Yeah, they don't exist in the Force. They're
Yeah,
you know,
they don't contribute to the Force. Now that said,
if a planet full of androids blew up, Luke wouldn't be like, oh,
I felt something.
I felt no.
No, he wouldn't
He
feel
wouldn't
anything.
fucking
He'd
know.
be like, right on. Yeah, whatever, that sucks. Which is why there's a great droid story where 3PO leads a robot uprising, and it's like, it calls into question. And of course then, you know, in the Legacy or Legends edition, you know, like Han has a kid named Anakin who can communicate with robots and with machines, so maybe they are part of the Force, so maybe it's horrible, but like, we didn't know any better.
But we don't know it yet.
Yes. But that said, if I were in that position, I'd have R2 and 3PO download their consciousness into the Millennium Falcon computer and then send their worthless husks out to go do stuff.
What, over Wi-Fi?
No, they plug in.
With R2's little thing.
Yeah, and 3PO can do it too.
Yeah.
He can interface with the
Because he was
Millennium
talking
Falcon
to the
after the
Falcon.
hyperdrive.
Yeah,
I agree, but they'd have to get to the Millennium Falcon first.
No, there's no time.
Beforehand,
Exactly.
They would have
I would do
done
that every time. Every time I
Yeah.
go on a mission, I'd be like, oh, don't forget to upload your personalities into the computer. Just in case, you know, you
Just
fucking
as a
die.
backup.
Yeah.
I heard IG-88 does it.
Right? He does it all the time. So Han hears Leia's suicide mission on the communicator, and then he goes like, nope, you're not going to do that. So then he takes off to go save her. But right before he can, they get like rear-ended by another ship. And then they crash land, they get out, and here's the evil Wookiee that is a member of Aphra's team.
Oh, he wears armor. Kind of.
It's kind of gray.
And he looks mad.
It's mostly black.
Yeah, well, his name is Black Curse.
Yeah. But he's evil.
Yeah, Kursantan. Or Sandy.
Santan, or Sandman.
Do you get it yet? All the bad characters are black.
Yeah. Well, it took a page out of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe where it's like, how about it's Han, but it's evil Han? How about it's Ant-Man, but it's evil Ant-Man? Like, all right.
At least they had the courtesy to make evil Ant-Man like yellow instead of black.
I know. Although there is
black.
There's a black
yeah.
ant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what Eric O'Grady becomes
Oh.
until he dies. So
I was gonna say in Black Manta, but then I'm like, that's DC.
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 And there's no White Manta.
But I recognized it this time.
Good for you.
So Leia tells C-3PO
Like,
the message like, go get him.
Well, no, just like tell
Go
him I'm
over
sorry.
there.
Right, go over there.
Get away from the blast zone.
Yeah.
All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Yeah, no.
Damn it! I should have told someone faster.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why it's like, no,
Doesn't make any
leave
sense.
leave 3PO here.
Yeah, and you can run away.
And I'll run
and
to
actually
the Falcon.
create enough distance.
Yeah, no, 3PO,
that you could survive.
if it worked, if the bomb was actually dropped, both of them would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
And Vader would have been fine. So it's a stupid idea anyway. So anyway, then you get to see the Wookiee fight you've always asked for.
Oh, two Wookiees going at it.
Yeah, because then they deploy Chewie and then he just fights Black Kurnstan.
Yeah.
And but he's sluggish and slow.
Oh, from the
freaking like
yeah.
dosage he got from 000.
Right. Why doesn't
Right.
Luke pull out his lightsaber and fucking chop him in half?
And why doesn't Han shoot at him? Is this like a thing that Wookiees have to do?
Right,
Like,
you have-
I can't get in between it.
Yeah, no, that's
Chewie will never forgive me.
between the Wookiees. No, it's not.
Let them fight.
This is something that Chewie has to do for himself. No, it's not.
This guy's kicking my ass!
He's insisting that we stay out of it.
Yeah. So while Chewie's getting his ass trounced by the other Wookiee, by evil Chewie, 3PO is shuffling through the desert and he bumps into freaking 000 and BT-1. And 000's like, I'll take those. And so somehow, probably from BT, I don't know, but they don't fucking show you.
Oh, now I have arms again.
Yes.
He just it tells 3PO like, if you don't put your arms on me, like I'll like peel off your aluminum skin in a way that like you'll feel it.
Right. Or
even
like,
though I can't.
I'll make BT upload like a pain receptor into you, or a soul simulation program that will make you understand the gravity of your inability to contribute to the Force.
And the way he uploads it, it's a suppository.
Yes, of course.
So it's even more embarrassing.
Yeah. So anyway,
Jesus.
So 000 just leaves armless 3PO in the desert, and
okay.
So Leia's waiting.
They don't kill 3PO.
No, they just leave him there. They're robots. Who cares? Like
I'm not.
000.
You're one of me. We got to stick together.
I think
will
it's
take
more
your
like
arms though.
000 wants to kill humans. He won't even know.
I
just took his arms and he said, "Oh my." I don't get my jollies from torturing robots.
Right.
Okay,
No
humans feel it.
Right.
No, but BT should just like pull out a gun and
Yeah, well, he doesn't.
Well, that's not their mission. They're robots.
Yes.
No, they're just following their commands.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not part of it.
That's right. So then,
except for his arms.
It's not worth the ammo. It's not worth it.
It's
not worth it.
Oh, Palpatine, we haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, that's right. I'm not even in this book.
There's really no opportunity to do a Palpatine thing.
It's true. Would have felt shoehorned, I guess. Vader catches up with Leia, and she, of course, Leia's like thinking about the bombers, and she's like, "Come on, where are you?" And he's like, "Oh, your friend's oncoming." And she's like, "Oh, they weren't not those friends." So then the Y-wings are coming, and then they get shot out of the sky by Commander.
Carbon.
I was gonna say Coffin.
By
Commander Coffin or whatever.
Would have been just as
Do
clever.
we even see Commander Carbon?
He's coming. You'll see him. I bury the lead about what species Commander Carbon is.
Oh, okay.
No!
What? No!
No, this is fantastic. I love it.
So he's like, whoever loses Commander Carbon is victorious. You can guarantee it was a travel along. Like, fuck. I remember.
This is great. This is just like a fish head on a robot body. Oh, Tiffany played a game where this happened.
Yeah, Time Splitters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he is the worst thing in Star Wars
sucks.
I've ever seen.
Do they bother to explain why Mon Calamarian is working for the Empire?
Dr. Silo made him the body, and he's a dick. So, the Emperor wanted him, and he wanted a job, so the end.
So they couldn't come up with a new race.
No. I mean,
they didn't want to. They want to do evil versions of things you already know.
So, and he's, unfortunately, he's not an admiral. Or a general.
Right.
So, Leia is like, well, like, if I don't kill you, someone else will. Moral victory.
Right.
There's like, So,
whatever.
I'm going to leave you over there for a minute.
So
You're not doing
what's wrong with her face?
You mean just the drawing, or the fact that she has like a thing?
Yeah, what is that?
She's endured the hardships. It's like it's like a blood splat.
Maybe it's
or
something. Oh no, blood splatter makes a lot of sense from all the men that were around her when they died.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's bathed in the blood of the innocent men that she sent to die. So,
she was just sick of just saying wave after Vader.
No, Commander Carbon sends his fleet because he's under orders from the Emperor, so he's got like a full entourage of shuttles and whatnot.
Right.
And of course his like cool lightsaber robot body, and he's like, I see what's going on here. I have to do the voice. So he's like, I have to see what's going on here. Like, you came here to eliminate the competition. And Vader's like, fucking Fishman, I do not have time or the patience for you. And he's like, you're going to take my prize. Well, men, fan out and find the boy, and I'll take care of Darth Vader. This is a long time coming, Vader. Vader's like, yeah.
Lift up, crush head.
Right? Why he doesn't just do the Mace Windu move against General Grievous where he just crushed his chest, I don't know. But I guess Vader's like, I've literally been so OP the entire book, I should at least have one cool fight with a lightsaber. So then
Jesus
No!
Christ.
He breaks out the General Grievous arms,
It's
complete
the
with-
exact same thing.
Yes.
Oh my god!
4 arms.
Why didn't they just resurrect General Grievous? At least then you could give him a modicum of dignity.
This
But
time,
instead,
we gave him 6 arms.
Yeah.
No, 6 is too much. They'll never accept it. Go with the 4.
I
Yeah,
guess
just
I'd be
4.
more mad if it was 6 arms.
That's fair.
There's no number of arms you could give him where I'd be happy.
No,
It's just annoying that it's exactly the same goddamn thing.
I agree. So Commander Carbon fights Vader in a totally baller lightsaber fight.
How the hell do you lose, like, when you have 4 lightsabers to 1?
What, because 4 is more than 1? Vader has the Force.
Yes, Vader has the Force, but is he using it? 'Cause-
Obi-Wan beats General Grievous with no lightsaber.
Isn't it equal?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well,
that.
That's
He
basically
had
in the
a
cartoon.
lightsaber,
He did.
but
He
then he
chopped off some of
loses
his
it.
arms. Eventually, just shoots him in the chest like an asshole.
Yeah. No,
So-
but my point is like, if it's 1 lightsaber on 4, oh, you blocked it here, I have 3 others
That's
that
the
are stabbing
idea.
you.
Right, how is that possible?
How are
Well,
you that
Because
bad?
Vader's got the Force.
Yeah,
You throw
maybe he's
rocks at
using
him.
the Force to like hold back his other arms.
He easily he could do any of those things.
Yeah.
So Vader fights Carbon. Leia runs away
Right.
because she knows. Well, this was totally boned.
Yeah.
Also, like,
No
hey, the
reason.
bad guys are fighting each other.
Yeah,
Now
well,
Flick
yeah,
has to
that's the-
sneak
yeah,
away.
that's the
So
only- yeah.
Chewie is being beaten by Sandy or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and basically R2 shoots Chewie with an adrenaline shot,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
Chewie goes
Oh my
freaking
God.
feral, and then just like bashes in his face with rocks and
rocks.
fists, and it's totally awesome.
That's cool.
So Chewie gets the upper hand now, and Luke gets besieged by Carbon's forces,
Mm-hmm.
and then 000 and BT1 show back up because
Uh-huh.
like we got like
They're
Luke
in the
wants.
book too. Don't
Well,
forget
because
about
they're
them.
doing two different sides. We got Carbon's forces who
Right.
I guess want to kill him or bring him to the Emperor, and we got 000 and BT1 who are working for Vader who want to bring him in,
Yeah,
and so
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just craziness.
yep, it's just it's madcap.
Except 000 wants to flay the skin from his body.
Yes,
Right.
but he also knows that Aphra's awake, and he's like, ah.
Ah, she'll be mad.
Yep.
Oh, he's doing the spinning thing.
Yeah. There you go.
He does do it.
He does do it. How could he not? How could he resist?
Yeah.
I mean, when you have servos in your hands,
Yeah.
come on.
It's an improvement, to be sure.
If I could rotate my
I would.
hand like
completely
360 degrees
Yep.
and just keep it going,
That's all I do
would
all
do
the
that.
time.
Yeah, just idly. It's the best fidget spinner you have. Just
Yeah. Except when you're spinning your lightsaber around, half the time it's not pointed in the right direction.
But if you do it fast enough, it's in every direction.
Unless I can react faster than your spinning time.
Well, that's impossible. I'm a robot.
What are your RPMs?
Oh, except Vader's also a robot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so BT just burns all the stormtroopers who are going to get Luke Skywalker alive using his
Yep.
blowtorch.
Yep.
And
Smart.
of course, 000's like, "Oh no, leave some for me to torture. Don't waste them all." And you're like, "This can you
Shut
read it?
up.
Would I want to read a whole book about these fucking characters? Because people do and they love them." And I'm like, that gets boring.
Lame.
Anyway, so Vader fights him,
All right.
and of course, like Karn's like, "You're obsolete. You're outmatched." And then Vader just drops a Jedi statue on top of him using the Force.
There you go.
And he's like, "Brr," and then he just starts ripping off arms.
Yep. Cool.
And he's like, and he says, "When you wield the power of the dark side, one lightsaber is all you need." Which is like fair, but also like I'd rather be like, when you wield the power of the dark side, you don't even need a lightsaber.
Right.
Crush. But
Did you see me fight Luke in Empire? Oh wait, we're not there.
Oh, it
yeah,
hasn't happened.
so he fights. So he knocks off a bunch of arms. He actually winds up like basically ripping off the torso of Carbon, and then like Carbon like crawls into the Jedi temple like a fucking spider, as you can see.
Oh.
And they say he lives there to that day.
Yeah. But while Vader is in
haunts it, you might say.
Yes, but while Vader is in the temple, he is assaulted by the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
He's calling him Anakin and just like throwing his past back at him. And so while Obi-Wan's like highlights reel is playing in Vader's head,
The ghost shows up and he's also teabagging him.
he's like,
Yeah,
either-
gotcha. Haha. Yeah.
Yes,
Can't do
oh,
anything
can't
about
do
this,
it.
can
Ultra
you?
dignified Jedi Knight of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So anyway, so Vader.
He's distracted.
So Vader's distracted, and Carbon attacks him, and he's still got 2 lightsabers.
Right. He's still got more.
Yeah, Sandy breaks out some like brass knuckles and starts punching like Chewie.
Okay.
It's like okay, but Han's like, okay, well this is not ending well.
Why doesn't Han just shoot Sandy?
He was going to, but it was like he was worried he was going to shoot Chewie.
Which one do I shoot?
Oh god!
I can't tell you. Looks so similar.
Yeah, I mean,
I swear to God, after that, Chewie would be. I'm not even talking to you now.
Yeah.
You Wookiees all look the same to me, even though
yeah, you don't.
we're clearly different.
Yeah.
What? I'm colorblind.
So then, yeah.
I was gonna mention that Santi also has. I was gonna be like, oh, but Santi doesn't wear a bandolier. No, but he's got like chest armor that is like twice.
Yeah.
It's double.
Yeah,
It's twice as much stuff going across
He
his
looks
chest.
just like the stupid Wookiee bounty hunter that Chewie impersonates in Shadows of the Empire.
This is amazing.
That is literally just the shot from the movie when he says no.
Yep.
And Vader tells him who he is.
It's like they trace the screen.
That's exactly what they did.
With his gopher teeth.
Yep. So, anyway.
Luke, can we take that again? You look like a gopher there.
Oh, a gopher? So, Luke gets knocked out by a stormtrooper. Han gets attacked by the Black Chewie. R2 and...
Wait, isn't Chewie still up?
No, Chewie got uppercutted by a fucking cool, like, fatality.
Oh, and it knocked him. Oh, okay.
With the brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles.
Yeah.
So,
The
How does
vibro
Luke
knuckles.
get knocked out by a stormtrooper?
he is, like, he's laying in wait. Because, like, there's stormtroopers everywhere. He's trying to, like, avoid them.
Yeah.
He gets distracted. And the Force is not with him. So,
Apparently not.
yeah. So then, while Vader is fighting Carbon, Leia decides that she's going to, like, assassinate Vader at this point.
Oh.
And she gets a call from 3PO who's like, everybody's fucked. You gotta come. You gotta save... Like, Han's gonna die. Luke's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die unless you do something.
Okay, pull trigger. Now I'll leave.
But she's like, I don't know if I'm, like... Well, she doesn't. She's like, she decides, like, she could do it, but she opts instead to live and fight another day and save her friends. Okay. So she bails on the fight between Vader and Carbon.
She probably assumes that she would not be able to kill him, and that by shooting at him, she would draw his attention and get herself killed.
And like while she is training her shot,
anyway.
she's haunted by the images of Alderaan being destroyed, and it could be like that's like an image of her being motivated to do it more, or it could be her being like that he destroyed a planet.
Right.
He didn't destroy a planet. It was
But
the
like
Death
it's
Star.
metaphorically.
Yeah.
So anyway, she bails on the assassination plot entirely to go rescue her friends.
Okay.
So
I would have liked it better had she taken a shot and he like deflects it or dodges it and then
and it just
looks,
hits
and
Carbon.
then looks at her.
Yeah,
and she's like, never mind, I'm out.
Yeah. Woo! That wouldn't have made the choice for her. She would have been like doing it to save herself instead of opting to abandon her foolhardy scheme to assassinate Vader, a revenge plot. She abandons revenge to save her friends, thereby pulling herself further away from the dark side. I mean,
I get it for story, but
well, maybe she would have missed and hit Carbon, so she wasn't ready. Like she might have needed more time to line up a good shot. She doesn't have more time.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, it could be any of those.
It would have been hilarious had she hit Carbon.
Yeah.
And Vader's like,
thank you.
You took my kill.
Yeah. So, Aphra is in the Archangel.
I want you to call it Ark Covenant every single time.
I know. So she's like she's like in low atmosphere.
Okay.
And she's like calling Vader. She's like, "Yo, Carbon's guys are gonna take Luke. Right. The whole thing's for naught if you don't hurry up." And so Vader's like, "Okay,
I'm a little busy.
I've got a plan." And so while the evil Wookiee is killing Han, 3PO says like, well, maybe I'll convince him to stop. So he says like, excuse me, Black Kernstit, would you please knock it off? And then he does. He goes, well, that was nice. And then of course he just beats the shit out of 3PO instead.
Yeah.
But when he punches a hole through 3PO, he electrocutes himself.
What?
So 3PO saves the day.
Is that a thing?
By being punched in the chest?
Yeah.
Is that a thing droids do?
No. So anyway, Vader fights with Carbon, and ultimately he just uses the Force and then pulls Aphra's ship into Carbon. Fuck this. So he crashes the ship into her, and she's like, what the fuck? So then she bails. She ejects out of her ship.
Out of her ship because it's crashing.
Yeah. And then Vader stands over the slightly not dead body of Carbon, and he says, like...
How is this thing not dead yet?
Basically just his head is alive.
Yeah.
But an entire ship hit him. What part of it had to have hit his head?
Yeah, so he says... It didn't. So he goes... so Carbon's like, I get it now. This whole thing is a personal pursuit. I don't know what it is, but, like, please tell me. And Vader says, no. And then just kills him.
My last request is that you
tell me
why you care so much
about this boy.
Please, that's all I have. I'm going to die, I know it.
Listen carefully.
There's no harm.
Listen carefully. So then Aphra's like, so look, I lost my whole ship and everything. Are we square? He says, if we get the boy, yeah.
Right.
She's like, right on.
Otherwise, you better run.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere you will be able to run.
Yeah.
Because I'll hire a new crew to find you.
Yeah. So, Han and 3PO and Chewie and R2 are all like fixing 3PO and getting back together and like everything. And then the shuttle that has Luke on it is taken off.
Okay.
And Vader's like, oh, no, you don't. So he fucking blows up one of the engines using the Force, crashes the shuttle, Luke gets out. So Luke just like goes, well, that was lucky, I guess. And then he just wanders back to the Millennium Falcon.
Okay.
And while he is making his way there, Aphra shows up because she was like, she landed near them.
Okay.
And she's like, hello. You can't leave because I've laced the entire area with micro mines.
Micro mines. Mines you can't see.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Okay.
Micro mines.
Okay.
So, you know.
I'm not doubting you. I'm doubting the
Oh, I know. It's dumb.
freaking book.
Yeah. So then she calls Vader and she's like, I've got him. So, you know, we'll bring him to, I'll steal their ship and bring them to you.
Okay.
And Vader's like, okay. And then they're like, whoa. Vader hired like a hot archaeologist chick to work for him? And Harrison Ford. And Han Solo goes, you know he's just gonna kill you. Like, you don't know anything, do you? And she says, oh, the things I could tell you. And then Leia's like, really? And she knocks her out.
Nice.
And she goes, let's go. And keep her and interrogate her and get information.
Yeah.
So then,
Sweet.
If anything, maybe we could salvage some like behind the scenes info about Vader from this person.
It's not just a total defeat.
Yeah. And
For
so
the good guys.
they leave.
All right.
And Vader's like, shit.
Damn it.
And then that's...
But I'm not gonna pull.
I won't
destroy
knock
their
out that
engine.
ship
Yeah.
because I can do that for every ship except for that one.
Well, the Millennium Falcon has
So
some
fast.
special modifications.
It's true. It's got anti-force.
Anti-force.
It's got an anti-force gravity well. with that.
Yeah. It would have been better if he'd, I don't know, thrown something at the shuttle. I don't know.
Anyway.
Maybe
And
the
then
Millennium Falcon was too
and then he
far
tries to throw
away.
something again, and Luke deflects it.
Right?
Or something.
No. So they leave. It's supposed to. I think the shot does very much parallel the shot when the Naboo Nubian starfighter flies away from Darth Maul on Tatooine. Only it's cooler because it's things you like and remember. Vader Down was the first and hugely successful crossover for Star Wars comics.
Yeah.
And it like sets things up for the next story. What's to become of Dr. Aphra? Will Vader ever get Luke Skywalker?
Right.
What of the love interests between Han and Leia? Will they ever tie the knot?
Will they ever get together?
Who knows?
Who's to say?
Couldn't tell you, but
Anything
check it
could
out.
happen.
But anyway, in the description box below this video, you can get a copy of Vader Down. It's available there. I don't know. It's a fun ride. Takes a lot of really dumb deviations.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of leaps in logic.
Yep.
I
There's a lot
think
of things that are dumb for no reason.
it pats itself on the back a lot for things that like you would just expect it to happen.
Right.
You know, like
Look what I did.
it's like a teenager mowing the lawn without being asked to. Like, thanks. By virtue of the fact you're a teenager, that's your job.
No, you understand. I did it, so like now I get to stay out an hour later
Right.
each night.
Right.
I guess I want to encourage you to keep it up. So yes, but don't be an asshole about it.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be an asshole.
No.
Right. Well, you're a teenager though, so you know that's gonna work out. Anyway, so that's Vader Down. It like
The next issue is Vader back on the upswing.
yeah, Vader up. I don't know. It's the thing. It's like
Moving on up.
Well, then the Darth Vader series continues, and the Star Wars series continues, and they diverge because of course you don't need Darth Vader in your Star Wars stories. It's not like he's a pivotal and instrumental character that influences the story and the characters directly.
I could see them not wanting to do that because they did that in this book.
Right. We just did a
We
big thing
can't
with
just
Vader.
keep
having them
interact and nothing gets resolved and then
Yes.
they bounce off each other again.
Yeah.
Well, Han makes a point about it in the book earlier where he's like, they're like, Vader's on Rogus Voss, and Han goes, oh, Vader? Oh, Darth Vader? You mean the guy who's handed us our ass the last 2 times we saw him? And we barely escaped with our lives? That guy?
Yeah.
And you think you're going to stop him using what? The entire might of the Rebel fleet? It's a pittance comparatively. There's no way.
Right.
Anyway, so
If
Vader
there were
down.
if there were like giant frigates just laying waste to the planet.
He'd still beat them. Like, he'd still throw rocks through them.
How?
And stuff, because, like, he has to.
I know.
No, he has
I
to
know
survive. He
has
has to for
but
the
if it
movie.
was
Yeah.
But if
real-
this was its own, like,
Oh,
what if
yeah,
story.
well, that'd be cool. And
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then you could throw, like, just ship after ship at him.
Maybe he would use the Force to, like, trick the
Yes.
ships to think he was in a different part of the planet, so they're shooting over here, and
Yep.
he's over here.
Yep.
I don't know. Then they drop nuclear bombs on the whole planet, and he finds a cave somewhere where he can hide in the
Yeah.
radiation.
But
And
it,
then the
like,
radiation makes him
throws the bombs
stronger.
back.
Mhm. Or maybe he really gets, like, wrecked and, like, his helmet's cracked. Oh, no.
Pete Holmes' face.
So wait a minute. At the end of this book, 3PO has no arms.
That's right. They gotta go find him. Oh, and I don't know how they could recognize him without them, since apparently 3PO thinks he's unrecognizable with a red arm.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, he has no arms. That's
I gotta complain about this. Yep, I'm complaining about this.
Here we go.
On the back of this, there's a sweet drawing
Yes.
of Vader with like all these rebel ships in the foreground, and it shows like A wings and B wings.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't in this book.
No. Instead, speeders are from Empire.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if the rebels even had A wings and
At
B
that
wings
point,
at
yeah.
this point.
No, I certainly didn't see one in the first two movies.
Right.
Interesting. I will say, I don't care for the quotes. You need to pick up this crossover.
No, you don't.
And a well-crafted book with an incredible art team or creative team behind it. It's the most diplomatic quote I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's the most non-committal thing I've
That
ever
is
heard.
well crafted. That
Yeah,
book.
that quote is well-crafted. To continue to be quotes on trade paperbacks.
That's interesting. Tell me something that was good about the books, like something specific.
I enjoyed the art.
No, I mean
At
specific.
times, Vader looks really cool.
Okay.
But that doesn't belong on the cover.
Right.
Vader looks cool.
Vader looks cool in this book.
He looks cool everywhere.
Oh, that's all?
Except in
He's a
Vader.
cool design.
Yes. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week with an all-new episode of Baggage. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. And hey, enjoy Solo. I'm sure it'll be just way better than Vader Down. And by that, I mean, there's no way it could be better than Vader Down. But even then, there won't be any General Grievous Mon Calamarians in it.
Yeah, there better not be.
Whoa. I hope not.
That'd be hilarious if there was.
I wonder, here's the other thing, I wonder if Dr. Aphra will appear.
It would be weird if you had
They like
another,
Dr. Aphra.
If they had
Yeah.
another female Han Solo in the Solo
But an
movie.
evil one.
But she's evil.
She's a bad guy.
She's the evil counterpart.
Yeah. And even though she's more like the evil counterpart to another role that Harrison Ford played that isn't in this fucking universe. She's evil Indiana Jones.
Well, we put R2-D2 and C-3PO in Indiana Jones, so now we'll put Indiana Jones in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. They appear in the hieroglyphics.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. And in
That's neat.
Temple of Doom, the name of the only part people like, you know, when they're in the like the club.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
In the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, it's called Club Obi-Wan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You could see it when they inexplicably bump into Dan Aykroyd. Like, Dan Aykroyd? What? And he's playing an Englishman. Like, what? Did he just say, like, I want to be in the Indiana Jones movies. I don't care who I play.
All right.
It's really weird.
Hey, at
You're
least-
watching it and you go, is that... First of all, I just saw the name Obi-Wan. But now I'm baffled because I'm seeing Dan Aykroyd, but he's doing an English accent, so is it even Dan Aykroyd? What the hell's happening? And then the movie just takes a hard left into crap.
Well, yeah.
But
They leave
I
China.
wouldn't say
Then you-
crap. It's just
not as good as either of the other two.
Yeah.
But then you watch Crystal Skull, and you're like, oh, I wish we were back in India.
Yep.
Eating monkeys' brains and making horribly inappropriate racist jokes. Because at least that's more entertaining than whatever the hell Crystal Skull was.